Welcome to the Citizen channel and the Matchday programme. Home Watch, the home programme watch. We don't rate these, we just have a quick look what's in them and whether it's worth it. And there will be something on the screen for where you can subscribe to the City programme at the moment. It works out at $3.25 per issue as opposed to £3.50 if you buy it at the game. So obviously today we're going to have a look at this one, the West Ham United one on the, when was this one? Can't even see for looking now. On the 28th of November 2021, the West Ham United, and obviously we've got the obviously the image of Ruben Diaz there on the front, but obviously the rainbow laces as well. Special little article inside as well. We'll just have a quick brief mention of that as we're going through it. Excuse me. £3.50 for 84 pages, as is the norm. Pep, I don't know what's going on here. Either Pep soften us up for to say he's going, or Pep soften us up to say he's going to stay, because he was quite nice in his programme notes again. Although it wasn't the liveliest City fan crowd against West Ham. It was okay, don't get me wrong, but so I'm not sure whether we'll get complimented next time, but perhaps by the next time we played some away games, although we're always loud and proud at away games, so we should be all right. The main interview and the main feature is on Rodri, who talks about what he's learned at City. Has also paid dividends when he plays for Spain. I mean, obviously, in my opinion, he's come on leaps and bounds so far this season. I've been quite impressed. I wasn't overly impressed last season or whenever he joined us. Well, how long's he been with us now? I can't remember. But this is the first sort of season I think he's actually doing the business. And of course, he talks about that wonder goal, the no Rodri one. It's very, very similar thing to Vincent Kompany in a way, wasn't it? You just don't expect you do expect it, because I used to have my Rodri's Rockets, don't I? But it's been that long since he scored one of them, you forgot all about it. He's got the capabilities to do it. Kevin Cummins, he takes us back to 1979. Yes. That was a good year. I got married, 1979. He photographed Paul McCartney and Wings at the Manchester Apollo, so he takes us back to that with some great images. Head-to-head compares Grealish with Jared Bowen. Yeah, he's getting quite a good reputation, Jared Bowen. I mean, he obviously only came on a sub, didn't he, in this game? But, just as an example, Grealish has made 105 appearances and scored 16 goals, and Bowen's made 70 appearances and scored 11 goals. So, I mean, there's other facts and figures, of course, but he stands up pretty well against City. Shall I say the £100 million man that everyone else seems to say? But he stands up pretty well anyway. But both good to excellent players anyway. Played for both, of course. Well, we could only go with one player, couldn't we, for West Ham? Well, we could go with loads of players, but the main one, of course, recently was Pablo Zabaleta. Also, others include David Cross, of course, Eyal Berkovic. You go, remember Eyal Berkovic, one of our heroes when heroes were hard to come by, and we would lump on anyone who could actually do something. The blast from the past is an interesting one. As I said, it's the last couple have only gone back fairly recent past. You know me, I like my black and white images and old pictures and stuff like that. But it's May 9th, 1914, the day war broke out. No, May 2014, our second league title win, of course, with that game against West Ham, where we sealed the title with goals from Nasri. And yes, there's a spelling error here. Kompany spelled Company instead of the K. But hey, there you go, City. I mean, we can expect typos, can't we? Well, not when you're talking about a player. Obviously, old spell checker. Do they not have a City spell checker that replaces all the? If you type in Kompany with a K, sort of quite happy to keep it, and I think everything should be with it. So even when it does mean Kompany, I think it should be with a K anyway. But Dave Wallace pointed that out. So I hadn't actually gone through the programme when Dave Wallace from King of the Kipaks told me about it. So well, thanks to Dave, and obviously I said I'd give it a mention in this little vlog on the programme. X, of course, has a look at other players. NEDUM Anua, of course, as he chats his time at City, and of course, talking about that iconic QPR game. I think I've read bits and pieces of like that before, but he's got quite he's sort of into journalism now, isn't he? I think he does have a pod and stuff like that. I know I followed him. He never followed me back, though, so I don't know. NEDUM, what are you doing, mate? I know you're listening. You should get me followed back at least, mate. Make an effort. Guest quiz question. Answers at the end. Here you go. Little quiz. When City beat West Ham, here we go. 9-0 in the was it the Carabao Cup then? It wasn't, was it? The 2013-14 League Cup semi-final. Who scored 5 goals out of that 9-0? Obviously, we beat them 9-0 on aggregate, of course. So who scored 5 of those goals? So, yeah, what a player. Fantastic player. And answer at the end. Gary James looks back at women's football. It's not something I'm overly interested in, but I had a scan through it. It's interesting. And obviously about it being banned and the fact the women sort of said, well, more or less said, sod that, we'll carry on regardless, which, we know what women are like, don't we, guys? But, so Gary James looks back at women's football, not just City, obviously women's City women, but obviously football in general. And obviously, I think he did write a book about it, didn't he? I'm sure he did, or he was linked with it in some way. As I say, I'm not really into women's football. I hope they do well. I always hope they do well, but it's not something that I follow with any gusto. I mean, it takes all my effort to follow our boys. I can't be sort of splitting loyalties and getting all upset when the women get beat as well. So there you go. What's in the name? We've got our Eric, haven't we? I'm Eric Laporte. So El Leo, his younger brother. He plays in La Liga with Deportivo Alaves. So I didn't know his brother was a footballer as well. Interesting. We've not had brothers at the club for a while, have we? Perhaps we'll get him over and perhaps he'll join City and we'll get our brothers in the team. Fran Lever. No, this is the Rainbow Laces. Yeah, Fran Lever, the LGBTQ plus rep on City Matters, is interviewed in relation to this Rainbow Laces initiative and where you can get involved. So if you're into that sort of thing, you can get involved and where you can get help and various other things. So that's a good little piece. In City Women, we've got Ellen White's looked at this time. Luca Barrington appears again. I think he was either in the last one, something, but I think he appears again in this one anyway. Luca Barrington, the under-18s, who claims. I mean, there's something about these guys in these teams and hair, isn't there? I don't know why they get all uptight about hair. He claims to have the best haircut. The lad in the last one did as well, didn't he? With his mop hair. This guy, Luca Barrington, claims he's got the best haircut. So must be something. Let's see 20 years down the line whether these young lads are as keen about what their hair looks like or not. I mean, yeah, it's just something about these young lads. Yeah, we all had it. I had it. Under 18. Flipping heck, yes, I had plenty of hair under 18. I might have been struggling under 28 or under 30, under 38, but I certainly had plenty of hair under 18 level. EDS, it's not a player this time. I just looked at the first half of the Premier League 2 season, so with all the facts and figures and stats and various things. It's quite interesting. That was okay. Buzzer compliments to fans, in his little column, and talks about Gabby Jesus. And is quite gushing about him, which I'm a big fan of Jesus as well. Famous last words, again, it's got a West Ham fan, Daniel McCarthy from Koala. I have no idea who Koala. I have no intention of going on the internet trying to find out who Koala is. I have no intention of finding out who Daniel McCarthy is. I'm not interested in anything to do with West Ham. I'm a City fan and it's a City magazine. I don't give a monkey's about a West Ham fan. To be honest with you. So anyway, you know me, I get on my high horse when they feature away fans. It's a quirky thing. Don't get me wrong. It's something different, isn't it? But no, I'm not overly bothered. If I had to interview like an away fan, I'd be asking him things like, what does he know about City? And does he remember anything stand out? Games against City and what's the impressions? And if he had nothing nice to say, I'd say bog off. So there you go. Yeah, so there you go. That was the famous last words, which, as I said, I just literally just looked at who it was and turned the page over, and unfortunately it was more or less the end of the programme. So there you go. Not the greatest issue again. Even Gary James, who I love to bits, as I said, women's football isn't really my sort of bag, if you like. I didn't religiously read it word for word. I had a quick scan through it, but so there you go. But the piece on Rodri was all right. It was a bit unexciting for me, this one, guys. Probably one of the worst of the season so far. Obviously, Rainbow Laces. I had a read of the City Matters lady there and just had a look at that, which was all right. So yeah, not great. But don't forget Reach. Reach is Reach Sport, I think it is. I bet you would have seen the thing on the screen to get your subscription. It's always great to have these things, even when it's not a great week. It's a memento, isn't it? It's history. I mean, I've got a floor full in boxes in the back room. I might take a picture of them one day, but loads of them in the back. I get told off every time because I keep buying more, as you know. Right, the guest quiz question. The answer is when City beat West Ham 9-0 over 2 legs on aggregate in the League Cup semi-final 2013-14. I can't remember what it was called. It might have been the Capital One then, was it? Something like that. Who scored 5? Well, he was a legend, wasn't he? I mean, this guy was fantastic, and then he picked up an injury, and he was never the same again. I think it was a shoulder injury once. I don't think it was a leg injury of any sort. But of course, I'm talking Alvaro Negredo, aren't I? I mean, but he was stunning. What a player he was for 6 months. But as I say, I think he damaged his shoulder, didn't he land on his shoulder in a game or something like that. You let me know, guys, if you remember, or if I'm wrong. But I'm sure he damaged his shoulder, and it was never the same player after that. I don't know how he's done really since he's left City. I think I've noticed him occasionally, but nothing really fantastic. But there you go. Let me know what you think, guys. Anyway, well, hope you enjoyed that, and you join me for the away ones as well. Don't forget, which I do rate. I do rate the away ones out of 10. I don't want to. This would be quite low down, guys, if we had to rate this one. But hey, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thanks for watching. We're going to do the rest of the day. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other till we meet here again on the Citizen channel. I'll perhaps have a look at my film and TV channel. Have a rest from football. Have a look at my film reviews, drama reviews, information, vlogs, lots of different things on there. I'll have to do a Christmas quiz as well. So if you like obviously when you sat bored, obviously there will be plenty of City quizzes, but if you sat bored, I'll seek out my film quizzes. There are some old ones on there, but I might do a special Christmas one this year as well. I think I've done one last year, but sort of Christmas films and family films and stuff. So keep your eye out for that. I'm not decided yet. I don't know. It's just not enough hours in the day, guys. Anyway, if I don't see you on the film and TV channel, of course, I'll see you back here on the Citizen channel. And all I ever ask from you is please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.